What's going on, everyone? Alex Da Silva, Happy as Larry Group. I hope you are well and welcome to another daily dose of happiness. How are you? Comment below. Let me know. Tell me about yourself. And I hope you're having a lovely week. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. It was a lovely, nice weekend. And it was Easter weekend. And I wanted to just talk about chocolate, Lucy's amazing discovery of baking. And also it's not a very good discovery because I might end up rolling out of here. She sat behind the camera giggling because she knows it's true.
Cupcakes next.
Oh, cupcakes next. I'm telling you, her cakes are good. Her cakes are really good. So I wanted to just talk to you guys about it. I always talk about what keeps coming up through the week. And it's been really interesting. I've had various conversations with people I mentor, my mentor, and it's Lucy and I obviously speak quite a lot and just kind of talking to the kids and family and friends. And it's been really, really interesting. The topic of conversation has been the quarantine. You know, what's been going on and how it's been affecting us, each individual differently. I do a live podcast every Sunday and we're talking about it to the group then. It's a live audience as well, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. And it's been really interesting because some people have been really struggling from a mental well-being perspective. I think, as I talked about before, we go through various different stages of it's like a grieving process that we can go through, and each process has a stage. And you know, some people are kind of at the moment sitting around that, you know, the sort of the depression, the stress, the kind of the anxiety phase, and having gone through, you know, the other stages, which I believe is shock, and then denial and isolation, and then the bargaining, which is kind of like, oh, what if? And then we go into being angered and feeling resentful. And then the next one, which is number 5, is depression, stress, anxiety, things that can affect our mental well-being. And then finally, which is acceptance, just accepting the current situation, adapting, putting the necessary changes in place, creating new routines, doing new things, and just, you know, keeping things simple. And it's really interesting because I've been kind of talking to people who have been in the last 2 phases. So the kind of the stress, depression, anxiety, and also mainly a lot of people have now just kind of accepted that it is what it is. These are the situations. This is where we are. And I've even seen a pattern of behavior on social media where things have just started to change slightly. People have started to be more positive. I think people are now understanding that we have to change our mindset. We have to keep our mindset in a good place. And for those who may still be struggling a little bit, well, what can we do differently? I've mentioned this before and I'll mention again. Our current routines would have been thrown out of the window. So we have 2 choices. We either sit and go into kind of self-pity and go through all the stages which I've just described, which are going to be natural processes, and if you're going through them, good, go through them because it's good that you do. Deal with each stage, each emotion, everything that comes up for you, and continue to just move forward one step at a time. Keeping things simple is the best thing to do, especially now. And one of the things that I've realized, I think this is probably one of the best things that has ever happened to us in a long, long time. And I'll explain why. The quarantine has been helping so many people reconnect. And I think it's phenomenal. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. It's probably one of the best things that, whether it's man-made, whether it's 5G, whatever the conspiracies are, are talking about, I don't care. It's phenomenal. I'm so pleased because what I have seen is the phenomenal capability of people connecting to each other. There is this huge desire and drive for people to connect with others, to be together, to want to spend more time together, to be more loving, more caring, kinder. And it's beautiful. And that's exactly what we need to do for each other as individuals. I think it's phenomenal. I've seen people talk about, being able to spend time with themselves, being able to read, being able to start drawing and painting and writing books, and and it's incredible. Like, things that people never thought were possible. They're looking at personal things that they want to overcome, things that they want to start doing, changing. And that's what this is all about. This is all about. It's being able to look at things with, you either look at things with two different sides. Either, oh my God, everything keeps happening to me, which is negative, poor me, self-pity. Or you look at things with the positive side and see it as, wow, this is a great opportunity. And I've seen, both camps, but I've seen a lot of people seeing it as, this is a great opportunity for me, because it's allowed me to look at myself, to grow continuously, to keep doing things, to do more of the things that I really love, to spend more time with family. And it's absolutely beautiful to see, the real change in people's attitudes. Hi, Faye. And I'm now starting to kind of see people come through. So sorry if people have come in and gone and I haven't said hello. It's just that I haven't seen anybody. Usually people do come through and I'm able to see who's watching. And I think this is a really, really great opportunity for people to really start to drive that. I had a number of conversations where people were talking about issues that had come up for them. And one of the things that comes up for me, which I struggle sometimes, is body image, kind of body dysmorphia. And we were talking about it just now when I was talking to somebody else about it. And it's a really, really tough one, especially when you're in isolation, when you're quarantined. How is that affecting you? Do you have an issue with something like that? If so, what are you doing about it? Because being stuck at home, and we have access to incredible amounts of food, and and for those who drink, obviously drinking as well, and we understand that we all want to be comfortable and we all want to be happy, but where is that fine line between happiness and crossing that invisible line into numbing and into then going into that potential dark place where we can then start to overdrink and overeat and overindulge in those kind of desires. And then all of a sudden we cross the line of fun factor into, this is now starting to make me feel really crap. And then guilt kicks in, shame kicks in, those painful emotions start to kick in. And I know that that's some of the stuff that can happen for me. And it happened to me last week, wasn't it, Luce? I think I was talking to you about the chocolate. Mm-hmm. We bought some chocolate, and obviously it was Easter as well. And sometimes, because my routine has been thrown out of kiln, we go training 5 days a week, and we train hard, and we have a routine where we always go out as well. We either take Ruby out, or we're constantly back and forth to the office. But of course, this has kind of been thrown out. And yes, we are training, but nowhere near to the extent, that we usually do. And not that we're overindulging, but there were a couple of days where, I was sneaking a few bars here and there, and it started to make me feel pretty crap. But what I've learned to do now is, instead of keeping this stuff to myself, is I share it with Lucy, or I share it with, a sponsor or a mentor, and talk about it and share that openly, and then get some constructive advice, and somebody that I know can help me in a loving and kind way, not to tell me that I'm just a fat idiot and I need to stop eating, or, as in making matters worse. Which I've had before. So I wanted to share those kind of experiences, because I know some people are going to be going through it, and we all experience, good days, bad days. And I have mine. Like I said, chocolate is a vice. Biscuits is a vice as well. Anything that has chocolate or it's just too much. And Lucy's, found this new talent for baking, which is just criminal. It's just so good. Oh my god. But yeah. So again, finding those really nice balances is good. We keep up our daily routines, which I'll share again. It works, guys. The reason I keep sharing it is because it works. It will help you every single day. We do meditation every single morning or throughout the day. Sometimes with Ruby it's hard to kind of get it done in the morning. I practice, prayer, gratitude, meditation, and affirmations as well, which helps me to trigger this in a positive way, especially when we're stuck at home. If anybody's suffering from depression, the trigger, the hack to depression is gratitude. So if you're feeling low and you're starting to go into those low moods and starting to feel depressed, gratitude is your positive hack. Finding gratitude with everything. And as soon as you start to do that, you will start to see your moods start to lift. You start to see things very differently, and you start to feel higher as well. Your energy starts to lift. So that's your depression hack. If you're starting to feel stressed, if you're starting to feel anxious, affirmations are that's your positive hacks. So use those. Use something for you, something that's going to help you to stay calm or to stay healthy in mind, in body, in spirit, and use those things every single day. They work. And Google this if you need to. It's been scientifically tested and proven, and researches have been done tons and tons and tons of times. And these things, these practices, have stood the test of time. They've been around for thousands of years, even before they had names and they've had labels. People have practiced these things, a long, long time ago. So it's they do work, and add daily exercise. We are still allowed, thankfully, to go out for walks and or running or exercising, yoga, whatever you do. Add those things to your routine every single day, and make sure that you're staying connected. Stay connected with others. Post something positive. That's such a great way to really keep your mind in a good place. Diving into negative conversations, negative arguments, is conspiracy true, is conspiracy wrong, is the virus made, or was it a monkey, was it an animal, was it a snake, was it a beast? Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter right now. And to be honest, there are so many conflicting stories out there. It's going to be very, very hard to know what's true and what's not. So staying away from anything that's negative is going to help you to stay positive. It's going to help your moods and your positive energy. So anything that I can do to help and support, please let me know. Tonight at 7 p.m. we've got Lucy is running a weekly online support group, which is completely free. Week on week we've been doing this, and we're going to continue to do it throughout the crisis. We want to help and support people the best we can. Lucy through therapeutic techniques, and obviously myself with coaching, and the groups have been really good. So 7 o'clock, all you've got to do is go onto our company page. If you're not on there, just go on. It's Happy as Larry Group, and you can go onto our page, and there are the events page, and it's just COVID online support group. And if you just say that you're going for tonight or any other time, then we'll just send you a Zoom link, and you're good to go. And then you can join us every week if you'd like to. But look, whatever you do, look after yourself, stay safe, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. So have an amazing day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And as always, be great, be fantastic, and be absolutely phenomenal today. Take care.